All right, what a crazy night. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing fucking great. we'll go over some of the run on GDQ. I can go back and see chat now. I couldn't see it while I was playing. Yeah, I forgot. It starts with her. You doing good tonight, Chief? Yeah, hell yeah. Um, we fucking hit our follower goal with this. I had said it before. I felt like we probably weren't gonna blow up nearly as much as everybody made it sound. That part's true, and I'm happy with that. I am. I It was an outstanding night. It was so much fun, man. So you want to see something that I thought was really cool that they actually posted before the show? Hello. I click off of this. There we go. All right, so they showed this before the show, and I had set it as my screensaver just in case the game crashed, because Fallout 3 is prone to crashing. Uh, Check this out. That is badass. I love it, dude. That is so cool to me. So that's going to be the thumbnail for their when they post it on YouTube. So unfortunately, like you get to see my dashboard again, my messy dashboard. But what a crazy fucking. So you got Midland Gaming here. You got Pig Spots as New Vegas, Fallout 3 New Vegas. You got Mike Wave as Avowed, and then Haskell as Oblivion Remastered, and like super high def pictures of each one. That's gonna be my screensaver for a little bit. That's so fucking cool, dude. I love it. So, with that, I actually haven't watched my own segment. You know, because I was doing it.
I might be a fan, if you could tell. Anyway, we're going back in time to
Let's see.
glitches with Midland Gaming. So Midland, hello.
The dog doing.
I'm great. How are
going. He didn't even say doing. Going. There it is, doing.
I'm really anxious about this, but I've been preparing
There's
for
Hydri.
the last week for it, so hopefully it won't go too badly.
It's all good.
Turn that down a little bit. I don't know how loud that is.
You might notice right off the bat we have
I don't want it to go way past me.
You do glitchless on here, and as you'll
Oh,
see,
you can't see chat when it's up. Oh, wait, yes, we can. Aha! Aha! I would like to see chat because I didn't get to see it. 50 is good.
So this save is actually on speedrun.com.
You think that was
Anyone
good?
can pick it up and use it. It's your best start to glitchless run.
There's Pig.
If we're all ready, we'll get right
That's
into
awesome.
It.
Yeah, we are all ready.
So did High Ghost hang out in here longer?
You've got going on your camera, so yeah, feel free to start. I'm good.
Yeah,
Fallen
to
3.
Explain that, just because I do
okay,
think it's
man.
funny. I play in a
There's
kitchen.
Caleb.
So I have a virtual background, and then I have
My background that I wasn't sure I was gonna get to use if I'm being honest. So they asked in my little tech test that they did. They're like, "Can you disable your green screen?" And I was like, I can." And so I disabled the green screen and was very not happy with because as I say, I play in a kitchen, and so there is like an air fryer here, there is a toaster right here. To the left of that is a bunch of pictures and stuff like that over there. It's just not, you know. And I was like, can I leave the green screen on? And yeah, I'm in a kitchen, yeah, legitimately. So I was like, can I leave it on? They're like, I said I stream with it, so surely it shouldn't be a problem. And they're like, we'll let it go. They're like, yeah, we'll let it go. It shouldn't be an issue. Da, da, da. And then I added my little background that I already had, and you can see I kind of condensed it in. So like the Vault Boy is he's a little elongated and everything. Everything else looks actually pretty normal proportions. You can only really spot that it's like condensed on the Vault Boy there. But yeah, I think I mentioned that here in a second.
Desk, so it's just
yeah, actually right there.
I'm good.
Yeah, to explain that, just because.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Speedrun.com. Anyone can pick it up and use it. It's your best start to glitchless run. And if we're all ready, we'll get right into it.
Yeah, we are all ready, and
Here
I'm
we
just
go.
gonna stare at the amazing background you've got going on your camera. So yeah, feel free to start. I'm good.
Yeah, to explain that, just because I do think it's funny, I play in a
She
kitchen,
was not in the tech test, so I don't think she
have
was
a
aware.
vertical background, and then I have my little PNGs I'll replace based on the game I'm playing. So yeah, all of them
So-
have the desk, and I always put myself behind the desk, so it's just a lot of fun. All right.
Yes and no, because I still have to get up to go get them from across the room.
So to start off, you
So,
start as a baby,
you know.
and you start at the earliest possible moment before you get control of your character. And so we'll have to wait through this, and there's nothing really special with this run.
I am,
Pigs. We're literally, as soon as we get out of here, our first action is going to be to walk
There you
over
go,
and put
Chief.
everything
It
in
is.
the
It does
screen.
make it
It's the
easy to
quickest
get
one we can
stuff
use.
quickly.
And
I
it
still
actually
have to
does
get
end
up, you
helping
know?
us a little bit at the end, but
Mine was
regardless,
too.
it
My
would've,
my old streams, you could see
we
it
go.
behind me.
Sorry. Regardless, we would have clicked through another dialogue option, but it gives us a special strength option at the
Hell
end
yeah.
that I'll use occasionally.
I don't know about this. This guy fitting to blow up on the
And
Fallout
so now
3
we've gotta
scene,
wait
no
for
cap.
Dad to come on back.
Hydri was
And
all
there is
about
a
that
little
shit.
bit
That
of a
was
hang-up there
quick.
sometimes
Look
if
at
you
that.
get too far
He
away, I've
responded within what?
Occasionally he'll
8
just stop in the
seconds?
doorway and not walk
Jesus
fast.
Christ, that's why this motherfucker's a speedrunner. That is
I will
wild.
say,
Within
my
8
stop-off
seconds, he
method is
responded to that
significantly
dude.
less
Added
clean
him
than
too.
Pig's. So Pig does little movements when he
That's
stop
pretty-
hops,
that's pretty
like you
crazy.
usually. We will use the same
Hydri's the
movement
number
up
2
here, except
speedrunner,
mine,
and very
if I ever
clearly
lose
that
my
shit
rhythm when
shows.
Doing something like that, you'll see me go to circle hops, and I'm gonna try to refrain from that because it's pretty jarring. But you know, we may or may not have to.
So I'm going to after this is done, we're gonna see if we can get a top 5 run tonight. This will be my last real effort
Move forward.
streaming Fallout 3 speedrun.
I do like
After
there's different
this,
options
I'm
of
probably
hopping.
just gonna
One
put in
hop is
some
not
time on
sufficient,
my
it doesn't
own
work well. You can always
to see if we can pass it.
Yeah, for
But
me, it's the circle hops are just more about a rhythm.
hey, Coda,
So
what's
this
up,
one is
man?
rather new to the scene. So Pigspot
I'm
says
going
his
through.
world
I'm
record
reading
in
some of the
Fallout 3
chat
was
now because I
actually-
wasn't able
and
to
he
read
started
it during
using-
stream.
The
So
start of his run uses this birthday party strap. The old one we would hop around. There's a
packed this
rectangle
weekend, but I'm
over
volunteering
by
during
that
the
door, and it
sessions.
triggers Andy, the
Damn.
robot over there, to start cutting the cake, and then we'd hop back around and just. lock
Yeah, how
that
are
in
you
place
doing,
by
Coda?
spamming E. The new method is we press E on Dad once so he doesn't move, talk to Amada, jump over. You'll get to see it. I don't have to go through all of it before we even start. Good lord. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how long you've been waiting. I went live 13 minutes
I
ago.
mean, same.
I didn't see a message when I had gone live.
And so we'll go right here, and then we walk back over with Father, or with Dad. I say Father.
Caleb
quite a bit
used
because
my
I'm playing
emote
Fallout
here.
4, and there is a character named Father.
Hi, honey. Having fun?
But
It's okay. This father has a particular set of skills.
yes, he does. Liam Neeson would make a terrifying addition to this game. So after that, we can talk to Old Lady Palmer, and then we can lock Dad in place. We can let him walk a little bit further.
No, go on.
I was a little uncomfortable there. He has 3 voice lines here, and the longest one is that I can't believe you're already 10. That's the one I usually go for before I start everything. And you can see there, I didn't quite lock him in place.
He may
but
be your
once
father,
Amada
but he
talks
ain't your
to us,
dad.
We hear the intercom, and he'll just start walking towards it.
Yeah, because I have a habit of
Jonas
calling
actually
Dad
finishes
father
his
quite a
sentence, you can
bit.
cut him off, just like that.
That was Jonah.
And so now we quick save and actually exit to main menu and then join back in because it makes stop hopping a little bit easier. Or it could just be a
Coda
placebo. I
already
don't
talking
know
about
exactly how
giving
it
away
works.
your
I just
VIP.
know it
Look at
supposedly
that.
works, and it definitely feels like it does. Placebo or not,
There
it
you go,
definitely
here you
feels
go.
like it does.
I told Kaiser when he gets affiliate to
Talk to
tell me
Jonas,
so I can
then
get
we
that founder's
get
badge
the
for being
BB
one of the
gun here in
first
just a
few
second, and we'll
subs.
shoot Jonas to skip his dialogue line.
I want my founder's badge.
We can open this, and the rest of this gets a little, or gets pretty straightforward. We shoot the 3 targets just like normal. Then we kill this rabbit.
Y'all can't see what I'm messing with, but there's a
And the rest of the
hole
vault
in
sequence
my
goes pretty normal outside
Chief wants
of
all the badges.
goat
You already got a
test
founder's
next.
badge, Chief.
I actually pressed E because I fat finger things all the time.
10 people
But
to
to get the
talk
test,
in
I
your
actually
chat. Oh, to
didn't
get
know until I was doing
VIP?
this run that
Yeah.
You could completely bypass the test. Not a glitch. It's just in the dialogue options. It's just something I had never explored to figure out. So that was one of the interesting things when I learned this run.
I'm loving a theme with Fallout runs or just probably Bethesda runs in general. And I swear this is not a glitch.
Yeah.
And there's like somebody in the corner just side eye and go.
It's definitely hard just to play the game normally without running into glitches, let alone doing it quickly.
Right.
So there is a medicine bobblehead there. Some people grab it. I usually don't. By the time we end the run, we'll end up with 100 medicine anyway. But we choose the bottom option, followed by the middle, and then the top.
I think the first time you get VIP, Coda, I think it's just 5 people talking in chat, is it not?
All right.
Kind of, like I said, kind of crazy. I'd never noticed that before then. But, you know, with how much time I've actually put into these games, it's pretty wild.
Come on, you've got
It's still fascinating that there's still things being found, like,
Yeah.
to this day. I mean, Fallout's been out for a good while now, and that's cool to see. Keep, like, evolving.
I do really hope.
So in the last week,
I do really hope this converts some
since,
people
since
over
you
to
invited me on
actually
the
do
show,
the
I
speed
had-
run.
I didn't start punching early enough. You can punch and
Huh.
completely bypass Butch here, and I didn't start early
That's
enough.
pretty weird.
I've done that.
I do hope
Multiple
some
times in
people
my
come
runs,
over and
so
actually do the
as a matter of
speedrun for
fact.
Fallout 3. Fallout's community for speedrunning is pretty small as is, and Fallout 3 is even more so than New Vegas.
In the last week,
Like,
I've put basically
New
every
Vegas
day since
is
last night, I've put
the
multiple
more
hours
popular of the two.
The speed run, and so there were 3 skips that were pretty
And
inconsistent
Fallout 3, I
coming
mean,
towards the end of the
it is
run
me and
that,
me
this
and
last week,
casual speedruns are
we
the
have found a way to make completely consistent
most
actually.
or
There's
the
a
most
guaranteed way
yeah
to do
most
them every
recently
time,
active
which
runs.
is,
Pig
actually
wasn't
pretty
too long
great for
ago.
the
Pig's
speedrun
run was
itself.
3 months ago, so not too
after-
bad, but still.
So we will get to Taft Tunnels, and I'll talk about it more in a little bit. But Taft Tunnels was the big one that caused a lot of runners to stop because it was just painfully inconsistent. And it's about the 20 to 30 minute mark, 25-30 minute mark, really.
I wonder how accurate I was with that
one
with
is
that
painful
guess.
to mess up. When
Let's
it
see.
does. So that's why.
Oh, I don't have a thing. Okay.
Have abandoned the run at.
So we're at 3:43:41. Let's see if we were about the 30-minute mark when we were in Taft Tunnels. Yes, actually. This is 31. This is the end. So yeah, we entered Taft Tunnels. Gonna be pretty close to the 30-minute mark. Yeah, look at that. Nailed that shit. I know my timings on this run. 3:46 something. I already forgot exactly. Nope. I know I had punched Gomez. We were 3:43:26. Yeah, about here. There we go.
Minute mark, 25-30 minute mark, really.
36.
And that one is painful.
Well, close
to mess
enough.
up when it does. So that's why a lot of people have abandoned the run at that point. So
I'm look at that. I nailed that
Stop
shit
off
though
there as quick
on
as possible, and
stream.
we jump up
That's
on
pretty
this
good.
railing because we can actually squeeze through the gap to this vault door after it starts to open.
Dang, Butch, we're gonna rescue his mom and
Occasionally
run
her
the
dialogue
opposite
starts
direction.
to
It's
skip,
kind of
like she's
funny.
screaming there.
I didn't realize that. A track video now where they
We'll
blast
just
Butch with the
skip
combat
on through
shotgun
here.
at the birthday party. Both of those
And
are
that's-
pretty
that's where it
good.
makes the save. That's why you see so many saves at the start of that run.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, and that was kind of painful, but we got through it.
So my
When he
vault
stopped the
exit
door at the
was
start of that run.
damn 7:30
gotcha.
to just even
Oh,
try to get
that was
out.
kind of painful, but we got through it.
It's yeah. I mean, it's the first time I've ever streamed in front of this many people, but just how many different people. So you've got Pup Time, Epsilon, Hydri, Pig, Furby,
on my mouse because it just makes
Caleb,
it easier to make the motion.
Tater's
then,
Thought, which is Tori,
Time the jump.
Dread
That
Optimus,
being
my
said, I still
fiance.
mess up a
Dread
significant amount
Optimus,
of time, but
Metro Foxen,
Spacebar was definitely not for me when
Second
I attempted it,
Twins.
so
the Tick
when I first
Rules,
learned, I
Skater,
certainly
Pit.
gave it my
Like
best
just
shot.
here, almost everybody who is here.
Is the
There's
timing
Banana.
the same
I
between
didn't
different
realize
Fallout
Banana
games
was
for these
here.
jumps, or is
I believe
just
it is.
different per game?
I believe it is between Fallout 3
Banana
and because they're both on the
is
same
another
physics
runner
engine.
for Fallout
And
3, so that's
I
kind of
believe
crazy
that
that he was
stop
in
hopping
here.
itself is a bug with the physics
Uh,
engine. Because
But yeah, like
you'll
just
see if
there,
you
it's
got
like
it, if
nearly
I
everybody
ever don't
here
get my timing down where
is
I'm
just
moving
different
the mouse
Quake
first,
players, circle hops. Yeah,
you
that's
will
what
just
that's what
dead
that's
stop.
from.
You just
Circle
won't move.
hops are.
So
Right click is kind of
occasionally I'll
goaded.
move, like there was one. Occasionally you'll move like at normal speed, and that is
Like it's
that
just
I
crazy
was
how
on
many
press W
different people
before the
there were,
jump.
like back to back to back here. That's pretty wild.
This run a bit different. We aren't putting everything into speech. We'll be putting it for the first bit.
I clicked the wrong thing there, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that. I clicked Daddy's Girl, I'm pretty sure, right here at the beginning.
We aren't putting everything into speech.
I should have put Gun Nut. Yeah.
For the first bit, we're putting everything in the
That's
small
kinda
guns
wild.
because we only have one real combat sequence through this, but
I didn't even realize that I did that.
It makes it a little easier to be able to hit it.
My
hit the
eyes,
shots on
yeah.
These guys. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. But where we're aiming,
Mine
right now,
are
we're
my
basically
stop
skipping
hops
the
are a
opening
bit
section where you
more
normally would go
a bit
towards,
more
like,
jarring than
Megaton and then
pigs.
talk to Colin Moriarty and go through to basically go track down 3 Dog to actually find Dad. We're just completely bypassing that. That's something that's known like in the base game. Dad is just sitting out here at Smith Casey's garage at Vault 112.
Calling the Mojave, almost, yeah.
And so
Gary.
basically,
He
as long as
did
you know
it.
where
He
is,
actually
and
did the
just
long one
essentially
too.
have to head southwest from the vault.
The one that
Here,
I
every
reference
reasonable
here,
time.
he actually did say
But,
he
a lot of this early
wrote it out like
a lot of
that.
this early run
That's
is
pretty
just going
funny.
to be running. It is setting up stuff for later in the run. We head over here to Smith Casey's garage and do this part, and immediately after that we'll head
Gary,
over
my
towards the
beloved.
Lamplight to set up the kind of the end game at that point.
I would have liked to have read chat, but I think I would have been really distracted. Actually, I'm sure that's
After
probably why
the
they
30-minute
don't
mark,
why they
usually
don't
for
do
me.
it.
But yeah.
Oh, no, fair. Oh, I see that, Gary, in chat. I see that. Oh, that vault.
Me look over, try to
But
see
yeah, just
chat that I
a quick reminder,
can't
you
see.
that
By the way,
Games Done Quick 2025 is going to be live in Minneapolis from July 6th through the 13th, and you can still register for the event up until May 26th. So, best friends in chat, type !SGDQ in the Twitch chat, or just visit GDQ.
you see me moving my head every time I try to jump. By the way, I don't know if they picked up on that, but I do. Like I lean with every jump, trying to get my
If you need it.
No, you're good. We're just entering in.
Trying to
We'll
get my
put the switch
pattern
and set
down.
on down. This is just a lot. Like, there's doors here, but you're not missing much.
Fair.
Exclamation point,
I will
Gary.
say that, y'all, if you ever wanted to work for Games Done Quick, guess what? We are currently hiring. So if you are a fan and you love creative work and you have some experience either planning and organizing, guess what? You can apply to be a prize assistant at our mainline events and join the prize wizards crew and all that goodness. You're running out of time though, because you have to apply by May 11th. That's just a few days from now, by heading to gamesdonequick.com/jobs and fill out the forms and whatnot there. So I'm curious to see if you are going to be the next prize assistant or not.
All right. And so
After
you
she
may
was
notice
done
in a few
talking,
spots
I had to
like,
figure out
right
she
there
was
where
really
usually
done or not
everybody,
there.
I brought it up. You may notice that the doors don't open right away sometimes when you land. There is actually an animation, though you don't see it, that keeps you from opening the doors. So you can actually skip that animation if you hit them while you're in the air. I am somewhat inconsistent with it. I do it most of the time, but a lot of times just don't think about it. So here we're entering the simulation for Vault 112 called Tranquility Lane, and your trick for here is you just kind of aim northeast as soon as you get out, and I didn't do it very quick there, but you go straight into the abandoned house and input the sequence here.
I thought about saying the sequence,
Try
but
not to walk out the door like I've done
I
multiple
decided
times.
not to. I decided it would be a bit jarring
glass
if I
bottom
started
of the door is just
saying
there
the
to let you
sequence.
walk
Oh, I
outside.
realize y'all can't see
If you get
the
going
actual-
a little too quick.
me on stream. I was talking about.
Tranquility Lane was probably one of my
There we go.
favorite segments.
I was
in the
talking about how I
entire
leaned my head and y'all
Really is.
actually
So
couldn't see.
in-
So now there's two
in chat the other
middlings
day,
on
I had a
screen.
viewer
Y'all
tell
can
me
enjoy
his,
that.
Girlfriend did not know that you could use the failsafe simulation, and so they had spent the whole time, I guess, every time they had played, just killing all the residents for Dr. Braun.
Oh my god. Whoops.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't know you could do that. I also don't fully understand why we
It's
get good
too
karma for-
much.
I understand we let them go, but they're still all dying. Like, and here we actually ignored talking to Dad on the exit here because we can just run
A
straight
double
out like
dose
this.
of Ryan. There is. There's
And as
two.
long as you don't press W at the door,
There's two of them now.
he will talk to you and only start fighting the mole rats after you get through the dialogue. But if you do hold W through that door,
They said
occasionally he will
after
just
my
immediately
stream was
start
over,
attacking
or
you
after
and
my
kill him
segment
too,
was
so-
over. By the way, they did tell me I could. I could review this tonight. They're like, it is your run. You want to submit it to something, you can do that. If you want to make your own video of it, if you want to cut it and just post your part on your channel, that's entirely fine. It's like, it's your run, do what you want with it. So I was like, okay, cool, because I planned on doing this tonight, and I wasn't really going to ask.
Made that mistake
So,
multiple times as well. Basically,
I'm glad
the
they told me
mistake
I
you made in
could.
This run, I've made it at some point.
Oh, that is a
See,
vibe
here I
100%
couldn't see this,
feel.
but like, I mean, yeah, I understand
Yeah, if,
this, by the way. But yeah, like the
Sorry.
the reason
If you
why
see
we
me look
don't
to the
respond
right
to chat
ever,
while
it's
we're
out
running
of
for
habit.
GDQ
When
is
I
we
normally
literally
stream, I have
can't
my
see the
to
chat.
right, and so occasionally I'll be seeing myself move in OBS, and I instinctively look over to read. So you might catch me doing that every now and then. If you're
How does this game run on
Just in
newer
case people-
Feel free to
PCs?
wave on occasion. You never
So,
know.
just in case you were wondering what I was looking at.
I'll just place when dog meat barks to a rat roach under the trapdoor.
Actually,
Huh.
interesting question. How does this game run on newer PCs?
Pretty good now. So a couple
You don't have
years
GDQ
ago,
chat up? No.
I think it may have been 2021 is when they
Fortunately,
released it.
no.
But before
I
then,
didn't.
they had the Windows games with Windows Live that was active on this game and made it almost impossible to run. There was a workaround for it then where you would go into the system files or the game file, and change the INI around. And so you could play it before with no issue. Now with the new update, they just automatically have that included in the game, so it actually runs really smoothly. The only problem is kinda
Honestly-
like the old Fallout games.
Tell him
Your
Kalubi loves
movement
him.
speed and everything is dependent on your FPS.
Honestly,
That's why
the
we
next
have to
time
limit
I
it to
do
60,
this,
specifically in this run.
Gotcha.
you did. You missed the stream. We're going over it right now, though.
Otherwise,
It was
going way
was
faster,
tonight
or
at
stop
my
out
time,
and
9:30.
somewhat inconsistent.
For you, it would have been
So that's fair.
So
like
there
3
was a
in the
way,
morning?
right, and from here, we're gonna
Yeah,
take off
3:30 in the
down,
morning,
and
thereabout.
I did it
Yep,
again. I
3
saw
a.m.
myself move.
Yeah,
But
so you get to watch me talk about it
Before we
now.
take off down
So
and hit
I
that
couldn't see
mailbox
chat
where
during
there's
this. This
actually
is
3
just
frag
me
grenades
running the
assigned to
game.
each
So I'm
chat.
just now reading chat
And
here for the first
frag
time.
grenades for a skip, the
So I'm
very last
somewhat
skip of the
happy
run,
being
and
able to
Psycho
read
just helped
this.
us out in that combat sequence I was
Hopefully the
talking about
audio
a little
isn't
bit further
like
ahead.
that jarring that I'm talking over this, by the way.
So
I
will say
apologize
the
if
determining
so.
Factor in this game now that we've made everything consistent.
So
and
Welsh, I
actually-
will say, if you want to direct link to it or anything, if you do !Discord, you can join the Discord. I put a link to it, or it's on GDQ's channel. We're about I forget exactly where I said we were. It was 3 hours and 30 something minute mark is where we start.
As of yesterday, I made a guide over
but yeah.
of the new ways to make this run consistent.
If you
That guide
join
is
the
on
Discord, I do have a
Speedruns, so,
link
like,
directly
the
to
playing
our
field has
segment
been
in
leveled.
this
It is
in
no
this
longer,
VOD.
it is no longer whether you get a glitch or not, or whether the game bugs
Southern
out or
speedrunner
something like
fixing
that.
to break
Now,
records.
it's
You ain't the
just
if you ain't
100%
first,
consistent,
you're
so
last.
Your main rival
So-
is going to be your technical skill at this point. And
Did I say something there that
like
tipped
I
off
said,
that I'm from
now,
the South? Hold
playfully,
on.
I made a guide over all
Hold
I
on.
will say the main determining factor in this game now that we've made everything consistent, and actually, as of yesterday, I made a guide over all of the new ways to make this run consistent. And that guide is on speedrun.com now. So like, the playing field has been leveled. It is no longer, whether you get a glitch or not, or whether.
Yeah, I don't know what I said there. I'm guessing I said y'all earlier on.
Consistent, so your main rival is just going to be your technical skill at this point, and
Huh.
clearly,
This jumping
like I said,
strat is giving me motion
so,
sickness. Yeah, it does.
I've got a top 10 now. But,
Unfortunately, my circle hops are a bit more jarring. It is just that it is easier to get the timing down.
Top 10 is pretty freely open right now for a lot of people. As Pigspot said, the community is
Hi, Midland. There's Chris.
Fallout speedruns.
Script for the
and
bee
Fallout
hopping
3 even
portion?
more so
I
in
don't
Vegas,
believe
but
so.
Yeah, if anyone wants
I mean,
to talk to
any
them,
external programs, I'm pretty sure would be. Yeah,
very
he answered it
doable
right
as
there.
of the moment. So
Any
Yeah, I saw a
external
couple people in chat
programs would be
mentioning that
considered
it's a small
against
but very,
glitchless.
like, welcoming
It is,
and
yes.
appreciative community. Even Pigspot's mentioned it before.
So I wanted to try speedrunning. How I got into this was actually in the Taft Tunnel segment, of all places. I was doing a normal playthrough. I had talked about Fallout 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I was doing a segment where I just kind of talked about that and rated my favorite games. And I had one of my few chatters at that point talked about how they had never seen Fallout 3, and I was like, I'll go and play it. One of my favorite games.
I'm pretty sure
why not do
that's.
it?
I'm pretty sure that chatter that I'm
And
referring to is
in
Artix.
Taft Tunnels,
By
there's
the
a
way.
section where there is
I'm
a-
pretty sure
oh,
he
we may
said
not
he
be
had
able to
never
do
seen
this as
Fallout
quickly as
3.
possible. We're already getting shot at. But
Because the
there's a
main two
segment
that I
where
had, the main two regulars
there
that
are
I
some
had at that
outpost
point were
soldiers
Artix and
that are
Squirrel.
up above you where you can't quite get to them.
So I'm pretty sure
And
that
I
was
decided I
Artix
wanted
at the
some of
time.
power
It may have been
up, and so
Squirrel though.
I
It could have been
basically
either
fought with the game
one,
for a little bit
honestly.
till I could
But
get
it was
up
one
there,
of those
and then I
two.
discovered that there were two doors that I had never known existed. And after I went through it, I realized it skipped part of the section. And so I talked about after, I was like, that has to be a speedrun skip, right? Because it completely bypassed like this whole section. And so I go and look, and it's not in any percent, but it was in glitchless, and that's what got me interested in the glitchless category. And so
Oh, it's so cool.
Got a little
my
framey.
first run
I don't know if that was just
about 2
my
months ago. And so what we
me
picked up
or if
there,
it was
sorry,
actually
at the
on
boat
stream
was a
though.
Rad-X and a stim pack. The Rad-X we'll need for one of the segments, also at the end, the third to last.
Like
segment.
glitchless run, the
Something like that.
glitchless run, skips
In the
Taft
way I
tunnels.
them, that is. So you'll have what will
Yeah.
be the Gek
The
chamber
any
and
percent
Red
run is
Rock,
what
and
he's
then,
talking about.
The ending sequence. And so I've started doing
yes.
this. This is a bit different. This is not in any of my runs, but I always have a problem with these super mutants aggroing on me. So I have opted to go down there, and it seems to work for me. So that's somewhat new. That's the first time I've done that on a stream or in a run, actually.
Parkouring across the pipes.
I've done it in
Yep.
practice
It works.
runs.
Secret
I've done it in
tunnel
practice
mentioned.
Runs, just never in a run. And so there we took the Psycho, and
Yeah,
the
I didn't
Centaur,
secret tunnel.
has costed me multiple runs, so I always do a little bit of damage to it so we can see if it dies. If not, we know. We need to target. There it was.
I
It's XP, so
honestly
we know
do
it
not
died.
know what that run is.
Nice.
Otherwise, we know we need to target it when we get back out.
I should probably look into the secret tunnel
And
run
we
based
only
on
pulled
based
one
on how they're
super mutants, where we're
reacting
supposed
to it.
pull two there, so we'll
I
have
know
to
she
step back out
mentioned
and get another
secret
one.
tunnel here in a minute.
And I missed that guy.
That wasn't
Oh, yeah,
particularly
so a lot of
great.
Chat for secret tunnel right now.
Oh yeah, there's the secret tunnel strat, which is not what I'm running right now. there was the joke that I should break out secret tunnel for this run. So
Gotcha. We'll
that
keep it a
being-
secret. It's fine.
yeah. So that being said, I have not actually done a run of secret tunnel yet, so that may be something I do somewhat in the future.
Could be, could
But
be.
in this
I don't know
sequence,
when I'll
there's
do it though.
another 5 or 6 mutants. I can't remember. We've got 2 more.
Through the
left after
mountain.
these. So we've got one
That's
down there that
a,
I'm trying to shoot to lure out a little
Reference
bit earlier,
to
and then this guy
Atla.
hangs out down there.
Avatar: The
He
Last
sometimes
Airbender.
decides
I
to
like
run around the
that.
corner. This one did come out. He just didn't come around the corner. All right.
So was it
seeing
here
we're
she
under
mentioned the
half,
vault?
There are 2 places you can
Or did I
save.
already miss it? What did I like
Usually
zone
when
out
we're
when
at
she
city,
asked
but
me
since we're
about
under
it?
half health, we're gonna go ahead or sleep. Sorry.
No, I think it's at the end of the
reduce your
run.
health entirely
Actually, I
and
think it's when I
repair
was in
all your
Vault
limbs,
87.
Which is helpful whenever we get up and they start.
I
throwing
think it was at the
frag
very
grenades
end of the
at us.
run where she asked me
A
about
broken
it.
leg. You can no longer
So that
self-pop
dude
with a
mentioned
broken
Gary
leg.
at the very
If you can
beginning.
believe it.
Oh.
And then later on, I quoted him having not seen chat.
My
That's
favorite
pretty
call out
funny.
broken leg thing is super big, scary death claw. Shoot him in the leg.
Yes. In Fallout 4 especially, when they just kind of fall over and look at you, and then you just kind of feel sad. You just kind of look at them.
I do.
They'll occasionally crawl, but sometimes they just sit there and look at you, and you're like, well, I'll just move on.
Yeah.
It goes from somewhat terrifying to all right, now I just feel bad.
Right.
So, and a lot of times that's the one that will hit me with a frag grenade. So I'm glad he didn't engage this time.
Going to do with the grenade he
with those frag grenades, despite them not knowing what stop hop.
He
is,
knows
boy,
damn
they
well
need you
what's
with those
coming.
stop hops.
Hydri found the fucking
There have
Citadel
been
skip
times
and
that
then
I'm
sat
on
in
top
here
of
with
that
me when
before I've jumped down, then
when
they
I
throw
cracked it
down
the other
towards
night.
water and catch me somehow. I have no idea how they manage it. I have no idea how they're coded to know that you're heading that way or anything,
Is there a
or if
problem?
it's just a complete fluke that it happens to land right at my feet every time. But
Every time.
yeah. So once we enter here, we're gonna try to swing left, and oh well, yep.
I apologize, I'm checking
we
some
try to
stuff
hit
while
the,
this is running.
Door, we talked to Diego. Occasionally they're standing out there, and I went through too quickly. There we go. You can hold W in the black screens, and you do move. If you don't
Hello?
move your mouse enough, though, you end up in some awkward places that you're not expecting.
That'll work.
So this little sequence,
Whatever,
if you
that'll work.
time this
We need to get back to Project.
right there, he will completely skip his dialogue with Madison Lee, and you just say, "Let's get going," and we're able to head back out.
Hey there.
It's a bit.
All right.
This is pretty funny being able to see chat now. Having not being able to see it during the run
So
stops you mid-hop by hitting you dead in the chest with a frag. Oh yeah.
Because we need it for.
Had that
we need
happen,
two
too.
mutants out here for a section a little bit.
Hot
further
potato. I
forward.
need that
But
soundbite. I need the
we
hot
figure out
potato
inside because
soundbite.
now the
I don't think we
scientists
heard
will
it in
come
the
here.
run, but I absolutely
There's
love
one
that
there.
soundbite.
We actually have to wait 2 hours for Dad to actually go into Project Purity, even after we're here. So
My daughter speaking
A
me
few
from the
scientists just
Pipeworks has
teleport
greatly
over and
inspired me.
just-
I love it, dude.
So with this, we'll just click the second option and go right through. And so this one is very much a.
I feel like I may have talked
feels
too
very
much
much
in
like
this
a
run.
traditional
If I'm
Fallout
being entirely
place.
honest, I
Go
didn't
down
leave
here,
a lot of
flip the
room
switch,
for
go back up
conversation.
top, grab the fuses,
I
come
almost
back
feel
down,
bad
hit
that
the
I
fuses, go back
talked
up
so
top.
much
Yep.
This part in the game,
because
in the normal game, made me question why it exists. In speedruns, I guess it's not so bad since we go faster. But when you're just normally
like
walking through,
I
you're like,
leave
"There's
I
nothing
leave
else down here to
segments where
run
she can
into,"
talk,
so-
but I almost feel bad that I talk the
question I have
entire
for you in the
time.
chat, feel free to hop in on this too, because I was remiss to. I forgot to mention this in the previous run. Most people have a favorite.
Oh no,
vault.
here's where she mentioned the
Yeah.
vault.
See on my
Okay.
hockey jersey. My favorite vault is actually Vault 11 from New Vegas, the Happy Trails vault, because I'm weird like that. What is your favorite?
He
vault?
mentions
Probably
Gary at
Vault.
the
That
beginning.
is the one that I remember the
Yes.
most. That's
Where
the
is
one
it?
I remember the most from this game. I've
This,
talked about it.
Gary.
There's something about the first time
He
you
says
play this
it, and
game
I
you run
quote
into
this
it. If you're not
verbatim.
expecting it, it's such a
I love it.
surreal, like you're walking around here, Gary. You're like,
There it
"What?"
is.
All the different games.
Yeah, you hear all the different pronunciations.
I love
That
it,
one
dude.
I remember that one specifically because that's when they lose you and they're hunting you down.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where they're curious and they don't know where you went. That's the one that I specifically remember from.
I love it, dude. I
Like
I don't know.
12-year-old
I had
me.
so much fun, man.
Just like, oh no. So,
Yeah, that's when they find you. Ah,
Yeah.
Gary.
Is that, I think,
Dude, I
Vault
love it,
11,
man. It was.
eight or
I
something?
I I hope I at some point get to do this again. I know I'll have to do a whole other run.
Like,
Because, like, I'm not going to be able to run glitchless again, but I really hope I get to do this again. This is so much fun.
confused and a little scared.
I didn't flip the switch. I do that on stream too when I'm talking. I do it on stream too.
So there was some time loss here. I was wondering how I got up to 46. I forgot I did this. So we left the vault late.
There we go.
We took some time down there. Hydri said classic.
And we completely skipped it. Luckily, I
Yeah.
before I got to the next intercom because I have done that before too. I was going on autopilot going towards this door.
That was a good, yeah, that was a
because
good
this
little
is how I
time
like to
waste
go
there.
through, because I struggle at stop hopping around some of the terrain in here, and so I just bypass it by going through the rotunda.
I don't know this one. The vault
It's
where you
about
find
the
out
same
experiments are
amount of
being
time,
run
so it saves any
run
time.
on them by
Go,
another
and
vault.
This is the part where I just kind of do a.
I don't actually know that one. So she actually got this one.
Top runners,
These are buddies I had from high school.
Hydrosonics can go through here, like they can stop.
These are
hopping
guys
tunnel.
I know from high school.
Occasionally can.
Like,
I can do this next tunnel a little bit better. I
after
don't know
stream
what the
ended,
difference
she
is in
actually
my
clipped,
mind,
or she
but I
had
cannot do that
screenshot
one.
this and put it in Discord
So
for me to
here's
see.
the sequence I
She's
talked
like,
about
just so you
why
know,
we
they
want the
sent
super
this. I was
units
like,
out here. They were
that's
actually
awesome.
put
I was like, I didn't know. Like I said, I couldn't
So
see
when
any
normally
of
you have
that's
the animation on, running
legitimately
in, and you
like I think
so
it's so
after
cool.
you're shooting, you can pretty much just jump in. And so it speeds it along a little bit, not a whole lot. And then
Hopping through the
this
tunnel is
the
all the
one that I-
vibes.
as you
Yeah,
can
this
see,
is
it
where
goes a
I'm.
little bit better. I can
Yeah,
actually
I'm
hit
better
stop
at
hops
this
in here.
one. I'm just
I
so
don't know
bad at the
why
other
or
one.
What the difference is with the previous?
I just sacrifice. That's a
with
good
the
one too.
previous,
I forgot
like,
the name of that
tunnel
vault, but
there,
that's a good
I
one
cannot
too.
do it.
The one time they don't do it.
I've practiced and practiced. That is the product of like. As I
Oh,
said,
okay. It's just in the
streaming
HQ where they
for
say it.
without
It's
being
not
able
one
to
you
still
actually
do that,
visit.
so.
I gotcha. Yeah, I remember this one.
The Enclave soldiers in here will take 6 to 7 bullets.
Or
depending on
this
if you
was
hit a
him
crit.
up here.
So,
This
like,
is him
right
that
there,
said
I
it.
got 5, so it's
In Fallout
just
4, I
waiting
knew
for
what he
me to
meant.
reload.
But this one's pretty
this
cool.
one's
So
usually
like
the one
they
that we're getting the most
sacrifice,
trouble.
or they're supposed to
So that was 6
sacrifice every
exactly.
year, and then the one year they don't, because I think there's only like 3 survivors. They just accept their death, and then
and here we just go
it's
to
like
the first and talk to
congratulations,
Colonel Otto
your
for a while.
humanity
It
is
skips
like
his dialogue.
whatever.
You can see Dad goes to do that. We wait for one more dialogue option, and then we'll get into Taft tunnels, and I'll kind of talk about
One of the show. Well, the one from the show
ways you
is
can do Taft
3
tunnels now.
vaults, and I guess they're all connected because of the big thing. What's up, Trevor?
Yeah,
What's up,
so
man?
After this,
But
with,
yeah, look at that. That's so cool. She
Dad,
actually
once he
did
goes
say it
over,
in
we
chat
do
too
kind
to
of the
tell
same
him.
sequence at
That's
the beginning.
so
We spam
cool.
E on Dr. Lee,
For real,
so she
for
can't
real.
walk, and then we just walk her back into this corner.
Dude,
We get
that's
her
so
closer to
cool.
the door, so she skips a little bit faster.
The one with all the mutated people
so
in it.
The old Taft tunnel strat I'll describe now.
I don't think I know which one you're talking about off the top of my head.
It's probably faster. I'm just way less consistent at
The
it.
vault with everyone on
main
ice.
determining
Yeah,
factor of
like the
old strat
big,
was when you came in, you would
like in the
kill all
show,
these
right? With
little
all of
scientists
them,
here.
where it just lights up and it just goes and goes and goes,
And
right?
There's an iBot down here that you shoot. It functions in a similar way.
This
so, like,
is me. It's not a reaction video. Well, I mean, I guess this one is, but this is me covering. I had a GDQ appearance earlier today, and the guy who plays Jerry Smith and Rick and Morty is the overseer of the mutant one. Huh. I'll have to see that one. I don't think I know what specifically that one is you're talking about. But no, I had a GDQ appearance earlier today. That's what this is. It was live in front of over 1,000 people. I don't know what it necessarily peaked at. One of my buddies said it was close to 1,400. And it was just a lot of fun. And I had said about a week ago that I was going to review it after it was over. So
my little strategy here is I shoot Garza.
oh,
so
I
she
know what
stays
you're
distracted
talking
on
about.
them.
Yeah, from the TV show. I'm dumb. Yeah. It took me a second to realize what you're talking about, but yes, where oh god, it's been a little bit since I've watched the show, but yeah, the eye is hidden right away, right? And then he does something, then they see it. That's the one with like Lucy and what's his name? Maximus both end up in there together when he's still pretending to be the Knight. I forget his name right now. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The other strat is you shoot the iBot so she stays distracted on it.
So I actually did get through this one on the first try, which was good. I mean, it is consistent. Like, I should get through it on the first run. But, yes, the great equalizer of Fallout 3 glitchless runs, yes. In this 1 week, everything that was inconsistent, we made consistent. Kind of crazy. Not kind of crazy, it is crazy. I literally messaged Hydri earlier today about how wild it is, the progress we made in a week.
Garza has a heart problem. So the only difference between the strats is kind of who you shoot. And then up here, if Garza doesn't die through the tunnel, the fall or the, I guess the failing of the strat at first, because this was at first found by Hydrozonics that you could shoot Garza as to get through here, but what we didn't quite piece together at the time is that you get far enough away from the ghouls up here, you can actually wait.
I tried to give credit to as many little yeah, that's right. They're gonna get executed, right?
At 2, Garza's back here to attack, and we can actually kill him. And the reason why we have to kill him is
I tried to give credit to as many glitch or skips, like who discovered the skips, as I could remember.
Of that strat originally was if you.
I don't know who originally discovered the original Taft Tunnel, but Hydrozonics had an unlisted video on his channel for the Garza skip, and when I struggled with the real skip, he sent it to me, and it was a skip that he hadn't pieced together and hadn't done anything with. He's like, I haven't done it on a run. It's something I may or may not do. And keep in mind, Hydrozonics is number 2 runner, and absolutely could have like pocketed that and tried to use it for world record. And me, who was learning the game, to get my number 7 run, he sent me that Garza skip, and I used it to get my number 7, which was absolutely crazy to me. I mean, like I said, it's a super welcoming community. That amazed me so bad, or so much, not so bad. Very thankful that he did that. And who would have thought that like 2 months down the road, or a month and a half, 2 months down the road, I get this opportunity, get back in doing the same strat, and then we find a way to fix literally all of it because of that. That skip is what makes it consistent. Or that specific skip is what makes Taft Tunnel so consistent.
We take Child at Heart.
Absolutely wild.
Okay, so you can make it in before that starts. But we'll hop right on through here, and this is the
I'm so happy with like how all of this went. This was Radioactive found this one. I think I hope I say it.
We'll click all of the top dialogue options and then the bottom option, and that was actually found by Radioactive.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did give him credit for it.
And on speedrun.com, he's one of the mods. It removes the collision from the game.
I was hoping I did.
No idea why.
I tried to give as much credit as I could.
Oh.
A lot of this stuff wasn't mine.
Does it?
Oh, hey, it's McCready from Fallout 4.
I can say I do not understand.
Radio Strat mentioned, hell yeah.
That, but that seems to be a weird one.
As many strats as I could.
It just
I wanted to give credit. It just works. Todd Howard, yeah.
So we'll go right on through here towards Murder Pass, and we wait an hour back there because that gives McCready time to come up here and open this gate, and it be open by the time we.
So it did get brought to my attention after this run,
it will
as well.
Process of opening,
so like,
you can't go through
I'll wait till we get to that portion actually, and I'll talk about it after.
So here we take this left path because it's a little.
Because if I bring it up now, it's not really going to make sense. You don't know what I'm talking about.
You will normally end up crippled here because the one with the minigun, usually, not due to those guys. I apparently had a lot of damage on my chest. But we'll jump on through here. And the last major thing we'll pick
I
up
like to
from
try to
Murder Pass
preserve
is
my
going to be
stim packs
a
as much as
step
possible
right up
here. And so you'll see that I let my health go low for a long time, not intentionally.
I think things that we pick up in this run, unless you like desperately need stim packs, you can hit the med pack there, but
yeah,
we should be good.
I mean, you're right. My favorite part, of that ending is Fox just saying that we all have our own destinies, and yours culminates here, and won't do it for you. That is the wildest. That is the wildest solution. When he's like, I won't rob you of your destiny or whatever. It's like, I'm gonna die, Fox. I don't know if you know this. I'm going to die.
But I always just refer to segments at this point as this is just GDQ. This whole section is just called GDQ to me at this point. So
yeah, I feel that too.
You aren't the only one, don't worry.
So we go through here.
Wait, what? He said last what? What did I say?
We'll jump on through here. And the last major thing we'll pick up from Murder Pass is going to be a stealth boy right up here.
Okay.
And it's just up here to the left.
I guess he said last what to that. Sorry, I missed when that was said in chat. I was trying to see what he thought I was talking about. If I say something that's not accurate, I would like to
med pack there.
if I do this again, I want to, you know, see where I messed up.
Forward.
Nice.
And so now we enter vault.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
7.
I mean, even at level 30, you can get almost perfect, and so you're more. It is more beneficial for you to not pick up any of the special bobbleheads until you get almost perfect, and then you can max all your stats out to 10. I was explaining that to Kaiser the other day too.
Especially how much I've run this, I would remember. But I always just refer to segments at this point as this is just GDQ. This whole section is just called GDQ to me at this point. So
That's fair. You aren't the only one, don't worry.
So we go through here as quickly as possible.
Especially with the implants with New Vegas, you can do a lot on New Vegas. Hey Mizu, what's up, man? It's been a little bit. How you doing, man?
Which we're not going to get because I'm going to avoid it. But if you don't get through,
I had a. We'll pause real quick. I had a GDQ appearance today on that CS grind. I feel that. I was on Games Done Quick today. On the Express Lane Hotfix show. And dude, it was I guess I posted in the Discord. I guess you saw it there. And crazy, dude. It was a crazy experience. I had so much fun. That's why I said I hope I get to do it again at some point in the future. I don't know when. Like the deal is, I'll find a different game. I'll find a different category. It's just so much fun. They can help you in a few spots. I will say they can help you in a few spots, Trevor. It's not super often that I've had to use them. But yeah, you were watching the GDQ? That's awesome, Mizu. That's awesome. See, I couldn't see chat while I was doing it, so I couldn't see when people were saying stuff.
And then just load this autosave. And then we're good. It breaks the detection.
Dude, that's such a little thing, by the way, that for some reason the little speedrunning community that we have just couldn't find that to fix this little inconsistency here. Instead, we run through this whole thing. And then if it's broke, we try to go and do something. We try to reload a save. And then it magically worked, because we didn't realize that the super mutants from the previous area are the ones that can trigger this. Until I ran into a whole firing squad the other day. It's kind of wild. Like,
so if they follow you in.
But yeah, no, it's really specific, Trevor. I mostly use them whenever I'm trying to steal something, or if I'm like super low health trying to avoid conflict. That's the only time that I really use them.
For the run. And I had it happen to me enough again. Beat my head against a wall until we figured out.
Classic bug Thesda.
I had a quick save here actually. After
I didn't realize that. That has to be about the gate, because this is McCready, and then see Radio Strap mentioned, oh hey, it's McCready, and then the It Just Works was after the gate.
Beginning, I hotkeyed to 3.
Thanks, Todd.
So we went ahead and used the rat action up there, and we can do the same third-person glitch that we did on Colonel.
I call it a glitch. It's supposed to be a glitchless run, so I had to keep correcting myself.
Third-person trick to access the glitch or the GDQ there. Jesus Christ!
I realized I kept saying glitch, and then I couldn't stop saying it.
And I believe there are 5 super mutants that you'll run into in this section.
Oh, that's funny.
Not counting the one in the last chamber. So we should run into 2 more usually out here. Looks like they probably followed us up.
This game was
they're heading down.
Super
into the
fun
chamber,
game, absolutely.
That
So,
yeah, that's not
I'm pretty
ideal.
sure the flashbang in here is programmed to kill all
So
entities, but
normally,
after the
if
super
you
mutants were in it the other
slow
day and it
down,
didn't kill them, we were
and
not
just a little
taking that
bit
chance.
too quickly this time. They won't
After he was
follow
up
you
there,
into
I think I
the-
was good,
They
yeah.
shouldn't follow me in now. But they usually don't come into this chamber. He only did because he was attacking me. I think we should be okay now. Otherwise, we may have to rerun this section.
Did not blow up Megaton.
But
How dare you?
We don't
do
even
this to
enter
freaking
Megaton
fair.
in this run.
it is
Completely
it is a good
bypass
mix
it.
Between sometimes it's too quick,
Wild.
and sometimes it's too slow. So it's really up in the air. But I think, like I said, most of the super mutants in this section are programmed not to come in.
Not
here,
entirely
so
true.
They shouldn't interact. I only
Not
had to kill
entirely
him 'cause
true.
He was already in the room. So.
And it's because
Yeah,
it breaks their
so,
detection. That's
they
why they
just
don't
run
enter
no
the
matter
room.
what.
It makes them stay there,
I
but
shut that door
deliberately
specifically
game
because
breaking.
they wouldn't
But
keep
if the
shooting
ones from the
beyond
other
once
chamber are there, they don't
once
follow
they
that
break
same
line of
rule.
sight. So we should be
So
okay.
they'll
We
lose
should be-
sight of
we should be
you
all
because
right.
you go into the cutscene and your character technically
So,
stops
like,
existing.
You
but they'll
you
still
suffered
walk
from
in.
Success.
You do sometimes.
Yeah.
You definitely do sometimes.
Yep,
in
that's
this
another
game.
good thing. That's another
That
thing that they're
doesn't
good
happen
for.
to me too often,
Granted,
trust
if you're
me.
playing New Vegas
So,
and maybe
Yeah,
a part of
yeah.
3, you can get the Chinese stealth
So-
suit, which helps a lot.
after we're in Raven Rock, we just kind of get to hang out here while he talks.
So this part.
We'll click through
So
this,
You're
and then
Awake
we'll
is where
listen
she
to the
brings this
president talk
up.
To Colonel Autumn, and then us. There's not much more to this.
I want to know how many different characters in not just the Fallout universe, but the Bethesda universe say some variant of "So you're awake."
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake. Wait.
There's
Like I've noticed that multiple times today.
there's a significant amount. I mean, just in this run, I mean, you have at least Colonel Autumn and Amada from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I go through the DLCs here.
I don't know if Dr. Braun or Dad would acknowledge you when you get up out of Tranquility Lane. So there's
So-
a possibility. There's 2 to 3.
I made a
and
discovery.
If you count the DLCs with Broken Steel when you wake up, it's definitely 3. So
Oh, jeez.
and Operation Anchorage, I guess.
You wake up to Benjamin.
It's like Bethesda.
No, I think pretty much all of the DLCs, because you got Mothership Zeta too, so 5. 5
And-
in this game, the pit is the only one you don't wake up from. So
I say that, but you do get knocked out. If you choose the wrong dialogue option, you do get knocked out. There is an option for the pit, and you'll wake up to Medea. So there actually is every DLC. So there is at least 6 times you wake up in this. It got brought up in the Speedrun Discord after. There actually is 6 times you wake up in this game. 6 different characters have some variation of "So You're Awake," which is crazy. That is Bethesda's favorite trope to have in these games, by far.
It's like Bethesda waking you up politely since 1986.
So there, you can access that. You can access that weapons.
I didn't
cabinet
realize it
second
until
you get
after it got
PhD.
brought up in the
It
Speedrun
doesn't
Discord,
really
though.
Invest into now. And we didn't have to do the dialogue option, but that soldier right there is where we would have the strength option. If you stop hop through,
What do you
occasionally
say?
you get to
Generally, the
skip
community
this
running the
dialogue.
game decides what
It's-
counts or doesn't.
again, does
It
not
makes
happen to
sense,
be
and some of
often.
these strats seem like glitches to me.
But
Yeah.
we will probably need to stop.
I
the
think
heal.
it depends
We're gonna
on.
try
Honestly,
to-
it depends on whether it's a sequence break. This is the way I interpret it from the rules, right? I think it depends on whether it's a sequence break or whether you're actually bugging something with the game. So a lot of the skips we use are just some variation of a sequence break where we skip some dialogue, where it skips ahead a little bit. And usually it's because of something in the code. Like Taft Tunnels is because Dr. Lee is distracted. That is in the code. It's that she's distracted and so she'll move forward. The segment with Citadel where we knock them out, if they're unconscious, the dialogue is supposed to continue whether it's said or not. And that's why it is technically considered not a glitch. Stop hops is the most controversial thing, because as Pig mentioned in his run, it was banned, and in the original walkthrough for Glitchless before mine came out yesterday, it is actually said that by Radioactive that as of the moment, Stop Hops was considered a glitch. Well, they put on a marathon and I don't know if it was a marathon or they put on or they just had a tournament going, right? And so they get everybody in, or they had a bunch of the top runners competing against each other, like head to head. And apparently, a lot of the top runners wanted stop hops to be in the game. And so, like, before I got that answer in Discord, I was coming up with my own reason already. I was like, well, it's technically a bug with the physics engine, it's not with the game. And so it's not a glitch with the game per se. And so I was thinking that's what it was. And then it comes out, it's like, no, most of the top runners just wanted it. So, well, it come out that, like, they considered it a glitch, and then they're like, oh, but the top runners just want it, so we changed the rules for the first time in 10 years since the game had come out. So peer pressure got them to change the rules and allow stop hops. So that is one of the funniest little tidbits I've gotten from asking questions about this run. Basically peer pressure won the debate. It was banned for 10 years until all the top runners were like, please give it to us.
Try to go through. I like to be
So,
half health for the exit
I think that's
sequence
pretty funny.
because there's a ton of soldiers you run by.
So if you're a little bit
see
slower
how
in
we
this
do the
sequence,
exit
they will
sequence here.
actually open the door for you here
It may
too,
or
so
may
you can
not go
save a
well
little
for
bit of
me.
time if you're a little bit slower. I mean, it would have been
So
solved.
that
It just
was
would have
one of the
been
moments where you
way
get stuck on the
slower.
door because you don't-
It's just
you
one of
weren't
those
there.
things.
Where I spam E for a second, but we just
What is
keep
Caleb even
staring
trying to say?
at it.
Oh yeah, snow with the Chinese. Yeah, Operation Anchorage. He got it.
So here, the only real thing here is that if you punch the sentry box,
Yeah,
they don't turn
yeah.
off
It just
till
would have
you
been
hit
way
the
slower.
back of
It would have been pretty.
And then as
See,
soon as you hear the president
Caleb
see you now, you
does
can
not
press
play a
E
lot
to
of
open the
Fallout.
door.
He enjoys
Most
watching
of
it
the time I just spam
somewhat, but
that's
he
the
doesn't
reason
play
for
a lot
That's
of it.
the
Yeah.
actual audio cue.
How much time do I think it saves? Stop
So,
hops?
from this
Significantly.
point,
So,
we're
like, just
almost
between
through.
me and the top runners. So, like, if we go back to my number 47 run, right? Or my number 7 run at 47 minutes. Between me and them, I think I lose about 9 minutes in stop hops. Not joking. It's between 8 to 9 minutes. Just I lose in stop hops. It is a very, very significant matter. Yeah, it is what determines where you'll land on the leaderboards, how effectively you can stop hop. And that's why I will probably never be like top 3. I honestly probably won't be top 5 now that all this stuff is. So you move about 1.5 times faster. So like if I have like tonight, because I plan on doing a speed run after we're done with this, if I pull up live split, it has a speed counter on it. You'll see you normally move around 48, 49, about that speed. And when I stop hop, you move at like 75. And so you move about 1.5 times faster. I probably could if I put a bunch of time into it, but I'm not going to keep throwing as many hours at it as I have been. I've got challenge runs I have to finish on Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 now.
We finished all of the
So,
major
here I accidentally skipped.
all
I
of the
didn't grab
major
the
issues now, except for the Citadel skip, which is coming up after we exit
I don't
here.
grab the
Citadel
thing
skip
here.
has always been. Oh, I forgot to grab the.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're probably not wrong. I mean, that's what doing the all ingots thing for the pit DLC. That's what that was. It was for me to practice stop hops.
And we don't
Hydri's
actually do
ready
anything
for
with
that
it, that's
Citadel
just the fastest
skip.
way to get through that dialogue. And so I will save for this.
Caleb was
I'll
active
probably
the
save
entire
right
my entire
here through
segment.
this
Jesus
door, 'cause
Christ.
This is where I could die pretty easily. There's there's 2 people.
So
in
I've
this
died to
area.
that grenade.
Right
I've
here.
died
One has a gun launcher and
countlessly
one
to
has a
this
missile
dude with
launcher.
the
missile launcher
with
is
the
one
missile
that scares
launcher.
me. We got it though.
We got through without him even shooting though, which is kind of crazy.
That's why I quick saved there. I have died to it enough times. So now we're on to the Citadel skip. Not a whole lot.
I mean, yeah, you're
There
probably
in
not
this
wrong.
Opening section, but Citadel skip was discovered by Hydrozonics. I don't know exactly how long ago, but it's been super inconsistent. It has not been if it works. It's how many times you have to reload before it works. Kind of
Yeah.
deal.
So here we go. We get to do this by my new Citadel skip, or the exploit. Not really exploit.
So I go down to that little section.
I don't know what it would be called. Just what makes it
You
consistent.
can step back out, wait an hour, and then go back in. And so we're at the end of this dialogue, which means we did.
I know there's a door randomizer that just came out by Slice, and I really wanted to do a randomizer in this game, and there wasn't one. So I may get in here and try the door randomizer here in a little bit.
We crouch here.
I forget to do the quick save, so I have to back out here and quick save.
I forgot. So hopefully Elder Lions isn't that close. Put a frag grenade in his inventory, and then we're going to immediately look down and try to grab this Gatling laser. This is what has made the run inconsistent. We just found this out Sunday night. Well, really Monday at like 6 in the morning. So essentially, the Gatling laser.
Here we go. I was really worried about this. I probably took too much time trying to describe that there. Yeah, we did. We solved it that night.
This is how the skip essentially works. They blow up and it knocks.
I didn't get to.
Gatling lasers there. It will block some of the explosions sometimes.
I didn't get to Elder Lions fast enough though, so it cooked a little longer than I needed it to.
So it still wasn't a great one.
The warp? What do you mean the warp?
But not a lot.
In Gek, that last sequence?
That's unfortunate.
If so, yes, we solved everything. There is no barrier to entry to this anymore. There is nothing we left to it that's random anymore.
All of the dialogue.
In this last week, we solved every skip basically.
So we're just gonna let this one run through.
Not a glitch, by the way.
I'm pretty sure Hydrosonics is quite satisfied with that because they are in chat right now, so they've been hyping you up.
The Citadel skip is by far one of the funniest skips in the game.
It's amazing.
And
It just works.
By accidentally quick saving after I had knocked them out when I went to reload the other day. If you just keep reloading, the physics bugs out.
So now everything is consistent. World record is beatable. Yeah, I mean they still move so much faster. They still move so much faster. I don't think I'm really in the competition for that. As cool as it would be, I don't think I'm really in the running for it. Unless I were to really put in some time stop hopping.
We'll hope that Star Paladin isn't mad at us. Okay, we're good.
Star Paladin Cross. I couldn't remember her full name.
With you there, then you're not gonna be able to fast travel. But
yeah, now you just need a good run. Yeah, exactly, dude. It removed any barrier to entry to this run. It is legitimately crazy.
But yeah, now
the progress we made this week.
After
I might. I talked about it with Hydri, and he said it would take at least 8 hours, or 6 to 8 hours. He's like, I'm not that crazy to do it.
That's how the skip works.
I said I might be. I might be. To have a world record in this game, I might be.
And this is the super mutant I was talking about that hits me with grenades. So we're gonna hope that he doesn't, but I think we're okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we use all of our stim packs here, so.
Soldiers that are up here until you
that Hydrosonics just said he didn't wanna stop hop for 6 hours straight. I was like, I've been putting in 6 hour streams for the last little bit. See, I put in too much thought into it, and then I messed this up.
You can jump
That's
that railing.
kind of unfortunate.
Unfortunately, I took my time and tried to set it up, and I feel like every time I think about it, I end up missing it. So I just need to not do that going forward. These are the most dangerous guys that you'll run into here with the plasma guns.
Plasma rifles. There we go.
We run straight.
I did say it. Okay.
This little spot here, you'll go into third person.
Yeah, you can just walk run the whole run. Yeah.
We can cycle the airlines.
You're not wrong.
No Sarah Lions or followers needed. Tell Colonel
All right.
We're gonna kill him, and then just go ahead and hit 21-6. There you go. That's the
not bad. 46-10. Yeah, that really wasn't. That really wasn't horrible.
How we did. That's probably one
For as much like we slowed down and we took a little bit of time. That went really well. I'm so happy with how it turned out, man. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
I was about to go into
8 hours in a row of stop. Yeah. It is. I might be able to get other world records if I stop hop for 8 hours straight.
It's just like this. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. But that was So cool.
Dude,
This run has a lot
all the
of,
GGs.
there's
It
not
is
a lot of
crazy how
throwing,
many
there's a
people
lot
really
of
were in
passing
chat.
of this.
It is crazy how many people really were in
towards the end.
chat.
That's why a lot of this run, I don't know how loud this is compared to me, but that's why a lot of this run.
Oh yeah, you can see.
Just by how well you can top
Do you
off.
see me turn down the
A lot of
audio?
time,
That's pretty
I
fun.
mean,
I forgot I had
most of the
display
time in
capture
this run,
on.
You're just traveling, so there's
So I could talk, and then she starts to talk in a second, and I have to turn it back up.
Love it. Yeah, so yeah. Dylan, tell everybody
There we go.
where can they find you? What are you currently playing? And if you have any shout outs, the floor is all yours.
So here lately, I've been playing a lot. I mean, this last week, as I said, I played.
No, I want to speedrun Fallout 3. He needs to do it. He needs to do it.
But for the
General
most part,
Richter needs to do it. We need the
tomorrow, I'll
people.
actually have a community day for my little group that I'm going to be playing games that they suggested. But for the most part, my day to day is we do challenge runs on Fallout 4 here lately. It's open to any game, but it's been mostly suggested Fallout 4. And you can find me here on Twitch or YouTube. And the only other person I'd have to shout out would be like one of my buddies.
This is me trying to get through this so I didn't feel like I took up too much time. I should have shouted out Kaiser and Coda, because Coda is just starting and Kaiser just reached 50 followers. I should have shouted them out. I've got them both in my suggested channels. I don't know why they didn't come to mind right away. I'm a little upset with it after the fact. I wish I should have. You know, it just didn't come to mind. I was already trying to get through this, and I don't know. The Caleb was just all that came to mind at the moment.
A little attention here too.
Well, Kalubi's given you plenty of love during the run as well, and there's just been love for you.
Fallout 4 next. The problem with Fallout 4, if I do Fallout 4, I absolutely won't be on hotfix. Fallout 4's world record right now is over an hour.
Start co-streaming just indie games every Wednesday.
Just for glitchless. I'm sure there's an any percent that's probably faster than an hour, so maybe I'll do that.
Again,
although I think Tomato probably has me beat there.
And yeah, welcome to the GDQ
I don't know.
community, friend.
Thank you. Like I said, this is a huge.
Tomato has already been on multiple actual GDQ segments, and so I'm sure if they were to pick somebody, he's not only the safe pick, but probably the go-to pick. So
you finish underestimate. That's all. That's what matters.
Yeah,
You're good.
yeah.
It's all good.
all right,
friends.
and so.
We are done with the first half of our Western RPG
Speedrun Skyrim. That one would be interesting. As if glitchless Skyrim, is that a thing? What's the record look like for that? Hold on.
IRL, because we are finishing up with 2 games that have.
I'm actually kind of curious about that.
Starting with
I've put a lot of time in Skyrim too.
And we'll be right back.
Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Let's see. And so I'm gonna go ahead and glitchless main quest. Sure enough. Glitchless main quest. No, it's still over an hour. So I don't know. There are, yeah. It is over an hour. All right, we're gonna raise my stuff back up. You get to see this. So they sent this before, and I was afraid that the game would crash, which is why I run on display capture, is in case the game crashes, you can still see everything. But check this shit out. That's gonna be the thumbnail for YouTube. And I made it my fucking background just in case it crashed. Dude, it is badass. I love it. I love that thing. So this is absolutely going to stay my background for a good little bit. You've got Midland Gaming, me up here in Fallout 3. You've got Pig Spots on New Vegas, Mike Way for Avowed, and Haskell for Oblivion. Dude, it's so good. It looks so good. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's switch to this screen for a second while I get everything brought up properly, and then once I get live split up and everything is set up, we'll hop right into the game. We'll do 1 or 2 runs tonight. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to see if we can hit top 5. I feel good tonight. Hopefully we can do it. You know, like, I feel like we can. So, oh. Okay, apparently I left Fallout 3 open that whole time. So, I mean, we're already good. We're here. But it was still running the the end credit sequence. So, oh, I'm so happy. Dean, you're American Dean. I'm not Dean, unfortunately. We did have we had a Dean that I went to. What the hell was that?
There you go. My goodness, just a year old and already.
That's me pressing any of the WASD. Huh. Okay, we gotta fix. Oh, the game crashed. That's what I get for leaving it open so long. All right. Let's see here. Well, at least it. Oh, I guess I have to reset my timer, huh? Well, at least it crashed there. Like, that's what I get for leaving it open too long. What are the odds? What are the odds that it crashes like as the run is starting? That's pretty funny. I guess that should have been a sign that it was doing the Windows sound like that. All right. Let's hop in. Oh, dude, I had so much fun tonight. I hope I get to do something like that again. Dude, whenever I got invited, whenever Oscar invited me to this, I was so, like I said, I spent like 30 or 40 minutes trying to verify that it was even real. And then that stream, I mean, Coda, I think you were there for it. I was co-streaming with Caleb that night. I was on a Friday night. I co-streamed with Caleb, and like, I feel like I bombed Caleb's stream because it's all I talked about the entire stream. I was like, dude, if it's real, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's so, I talked about the entire stream. I feel like I absolutely bombed that from Caleb's end. And then and then I got on the next day and absolutely, like, I think I had messaged her back that night just in case. But then I got on the next day and verified, like, for sure, to the best of my abilities. Yeah, I know I talked about it. I talked about multiple streams, but that first night, I know I just didn't shut up about it. After I knew it was real, I kept bringing it up, yes. Anyone who was new to chat, anyone who I hadn't seen in the last, like, 2 days, absolutely got to hear about it. I think Coda was keeping a tally. He was up to, like, 11 or 12 times he had heard the story by that point. But, dude, I was so excited. I mean, clearly, I still am. I'm still hyped about it. But that's what I forget my even point of saying it. I got so distracted now. God. I don't remember. I forgot my point of telling the story. I'm so in on it. No, you're good. I'm like, that's, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I'm so excited about it. Like, that's just it. That's how I feel about it.
There you go. My goodness, just a year old and already walking like a pro. Your mother would have.
But yeah, they're super welcoming. They're really professional about everything.
You don't like it when Daddy.
So like they had a producer. Hey Kaiser, what's up, man? They had a producer named Richard who he sent me an email, gave me the stream key. I got in, got everything handled. I was not. I mean, I guess mentally, I absolutely should have expected it to be as professional as it was. It just caught me off guard. One of those things where like I was absolutely anticipating it to be like, I don't know, just like people get in and hang out and talk like while the show was going on. It is very professionally produced, and I am like, I have nothing but good things to say about it. It was absolutely amazing. A little bit before we got live, I got to get in and talk with Oscar and everything, and just kind of prep. I told him, I was like, I've done this stuff, or I was like, I watched from like middle school, high school. I'm so excited to be a part of it. It went really well, Kaiser. Oh, it was so good, man. It was so good. I had so much fun. We're hoping we can set a world record tonight. I probably won't because I'm still pretty scatterbrained about it. But I'm so happy about it, man. Hopefully this run will go a bit better than the one on stream where I was 3 minutes behind my best time now, pretty much. Or 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but still.
I can't believe you're already 10. I'm so proud of you. If only your mother...
Congratulations, young lady.
I will say, what time did I get on GDQ? It was 9:30 my time, thereabout. I think it may give or take like 5 minutes, which would have been you're 7 hours ahead, so 4:30 your time. So I wasn't expecting many people to catch it, many of my viewers to catch it, since I stream so late at night. It is a very hard time slot to hit. 46-minute run, yep.
Happy birthday!
Oh, what time did I get? Okay, I thought you meant, okay, I see what you mean. Not what time it was streamed. What time did I get? I got you.
I'm sure everyone else would like a chance to talk to the birthday girl. I can't believe you're 10 already. Your mother would have been proud of you, honey.
How do you like that there, Pip-Boy?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it was 46 minutes. Oh no, I talked to the overseer. Damn it.
Oh no! Are you having a nice
It's okay. We might be able to save it. We just lock him in place, wait for Butch to talk to us.
I know you were joking, but I'm not sure any.
There it is. We'll see if we get through this faster.
What happened with Butch?
What do you think we should call our game? Your mother...
But yeah, I really hope I really hope I get a second opportunity. Seriously though, yeah.
Hey,
I really hope I get a second opportunity to be on the show. I had so much fun with it, man. God. Stop hops are still a bit bad. I probably should have practiced more today before. I got to get in one run before I went live, which is kind of unfortunate, but I also didn't want to get burned out, so I probably could have done a few more before, but I didn't want to get like super burned out on the run, because that's usually when my runs start to go bad. That's
good work. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me.
We'll see what our time is exiting the vault. We should be able to make up some time.
Smile.
We're about 5 seconds behind my best time at this segment already. So I don't know. We'll see.
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. As far as I can tell, you're a perfectly healthy 16-year-old girl. So yes, you have to go to class to take your GOAT exam. Go on now. You've got...
I didn't think about it, but I probably could have had GDQ chat up on... Hey, Brave, what's up, man? Yeah, no, I stream most of the time late at night. Oh, shit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I stream most of the time late at night, and I actually just got done watching the GDQ. Like, I watched my segment again for those of my viewers that didn't get in to see it. But hey, you finally awake? Yeah. Yeah, what's up, man? It's nice to see you. Like he followed from the GDQ appearance, actually. I think I messed that up a little bit. We're hoping to get a top 5 run here. It may or may not happen, but so my sum of best puts me above top 5, but my actual best run, my PB, is about 25 seconds behind number 5. And so I knew it. Yeah, okay, we kind of already screwed Vault 101, but we'll see if we make up some time later on. I've got a lot of time to make up. Or I've got a lot of places where it's not that big a deal, so we'll see. I did notice my follower goal, which normally automatically updates, didn't update, so I'm gonna have to do that. I should have done that before I got into the speedrun, if I'm being honest, but yeah. I honestly didn't think many people would come over because the time time slot that I usually stream in. It's a pretty awkward, like, I stream pretty late here at night, so... And I stream late at night because I've got 2 boys, and I stream after they get in bed. So, like, my fiance watched them for the GDQ stream. But... Typically, I don't get in until... God. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. If we're only, like, 15 seconds behind, this won't be too bad. If we are closer to 30... Dude, I mean, I made a full guide yesterday and posted on YouTube, and then I posted it in the Speedrun Discord as well. And I was like, guys, I swear this is the last bit of my own content I'm going to link to. Because as we had been finding stuff, I had been linking my Twitch clips to it. So they could see, like, the new, like, Taft tunnels and stuff like that. And I was like, I swear this will be the last thing. But it seemed like they were pretty open to it. Like, Radio advised me to put it as a guide on the speedrun.com. So my guide, my full like walkthrough of this run is on speedrun.com. It is now the 2025 up-to-date guide. I mean we'll be back to our normal stuff. The new schedule is going to take over, so I won't be live. I mean, I'll be live tomorrow, and then I won't be live until Saturday. And then I think we're going to start doing speedruns on Saturday, but after that, we'll get back into some challenge runs and stuff like that. I think we'll have speedrun Saturdays. We'll do 3 days of kind of challenge runs. I think right now I set my schedule to say it's a free day on Saturday, but I think we're going to do speedruns, if I'm being honest. I would love to practice some more of these runs. Pig wants me to give Fallout New Vegas glitchless a run and see what I can do in there. And I'm not against that. New Vegas is a fun game. It's a lot of people's favorite. So I'll probably do that just to get on the board. I've never attempted any percent in this game, so there's a lot of things we can kind of have some fun with. But yeah, we've got the community day tomorrow. I will post what we'll be playing tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll really see. I know for sure we're gonna be doing Helldivers is gonna be one of the games. See, most of Monk's suggestions are like longer games, but we might do like Sons of the Forest. We could do like 30 to 40 minutes of Sons of the Forest probably. Other than that, like, I mean, we've got Agaton Sachs. He recommended Redneck something simulator, which just sounds fun. He said it was $1. We'll probably give it a shot. Why not? Chief put in some more games. I forgot off the top of my head. Coda has put in multiple games. And we will probably try at least a handful of Coda's games for sure. I would have to look at all of them for certain. I don't remember all the names, but there were a few that stood out to me that I already have installed actually to be played, so that is a very high possibility we end up on quite a few of Coda's games, actually. So I do have a list on I do have a list fully written out on a notepad of everything that was suggested mid-streams. As I'm working, I've been going back and listening to some of my old streams and pulling games from when it was first suggested. So, like, Kaiser originally, he had suggested, like, Borderlands and stuff like that. Borderlands and, Mac had suggested Fallout 76 because I haven't done a run here on PC. I don't have a PC character. So Jesus Christ, that was pretty rough. But we only gained a second, so that's actually kind of crazy. That felt way worse. That felt way worse than it was. But yeah, I will say I did absolutely feel bad about how much I talked during the GDQ run. Tomorrow. There'll be tomorrow. All the community days tomorrow. You can still suggest games tonight, but we'll see how many of them actually make it in. Because I'm probably gonna have to do multiple the bot. Yes. Some people would do a similar hop in Left 4 Dead because it's built off the source engine. So it's in there it's B hops, I believe. I mean it's the same thing they do in like any of the source engine games like the original Portal and stuff like that. It is similar, but it's I mean, it may go off the same mechanic. That was painfully slow. It may go off a similar mechanic, but I don't believe it functions in quite the same way. Because I've played quite a bit of CS, so trust me, I've seen my fair share of B hops. I believe everything on the source engine pretty well had B hops. Ooh, we got a little framey there. We're still getting a little framey. This will affect my hops that are already not great, so you know. Much cleaner route though. That's kind of crazy.
Saved me.
As long as you're adding me, Mizu, the bot's gonna respond to you. So to explain the bot for those of you who might be new, the bot is there. It is through Frosty Tools, and I keep it enabled where you can at me because I have enough foreign viewers that they can say stuff in their native language, and it'll actually translate to English for me. So it is a very handy thing to have on when you have a lot of foreign viewers, and in my time zone I get quite a few, or in my little yeah, not time zone, in my time slot. There we go. I knew what I was trying to say. Whether I can articulate or not, you know, it's entirely different. But no, like I mentioned it earlier, Brave. I was like, I almost feel bad when I was going back over the run. I feel like I talked too much during the speed run. I didn't really give Asuka a chance to talk, and it's I mean, it's her show, you know. I don't know. It felt bad a little bit. Y'all talking to the bot is filling chat enough. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with it. I don't have any problem with y'all talking to the bot. There's a reason I don't have it with the cooldown. It says some funny stuff, and it actually will read previous chat messages to give something like relevant to the conversations being held. So I like it a lot. Like whenever it does some automated stuff, like to bring up the Discord or bring up the follower goal, which we're past, so I don't know if it's actually gonna bring up the follower goal. It'll bring up stuff from chat. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think Mizu forgot how much he enjoyed the bot's banter, I should say. Mizu hadn't been in a little bit. I'm glad you're here, though, man. I figure you've been mostly in Caleb's streams. I feel like you've been mostly in Caleb's streams because of CS, but I'm glad to have you in, man. I mean, I always say I'm glad to have all of you in. I mean, the amount of growth we had in the last month is legitimately crazy. I went from, like, I was telling Caleb, I was like, we've got about 3 regulars, which means if we keep going by the end of the year, we should have about 12 people, 12 regulars at the end of the year. And I was like, I'll be happy with that. And now, like, we're pushing, like, if I had everybody in, now including Brave, I think we'd be close to 20. It's like, it's actually like crazy to me. So I'm very thankful to have all of you in here. Ooh, the frame drops are kind of killing me a little bit. I didn't think about it, but I hope it's okay that I use that thumbnail as my screensaver and like just showed it off. Hopefully that wasn't like something they wanted to put out, like, I don't know, something like, I don't know. What I'm saying is I just hope it's allowed that I showed that off. I'm glad they said that I was gonna, or that I was allowed to show the stream, because honestly, I didn't even think about asking. I had already said that I was going to do it to chat, but like, if they had told me that I couldn't, I just couldn't. We just would have been doing a few runs tonight. I would have talked about it and we just would have been doing a few runs. But I'm glad that we were allowed to talk about it. I'm glad that was clarified at the end of my little segment. Oscar and Richard talked to me about it. I hope I'm saying that right. Does anyone know? I'm pretty sure it's Oscar. Pretty sure. I hope that's right. Trying to watch chat, but everybody's talking to the bot. It makes my chat look way more active when people just talk here and there. Or when people talk to the bot and the bot is just like losing its mind. How are we doing? 20 seconds. As long as we stay above 2.5 minutes, we're good. We'll have a top 5 run and I can go to sleep happy tonight. I was really hoping to have a really good run I was really hoping to have a really good run at GDQ so I could submit it as my run to what's it called? Speedrun.com. But you know what? This'll do. I got to do. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? I couldn't do it there. That was like 3 hops. I just didn't move, so that's gonna kill some time at least. Ooh, I almost fell in the water too. There's Jefferson. We wasted 6 seconds there, unfortunately. I guess I'm hitting the wall? God. How unfortunate, man. He had a frag grenade in hand, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was kind of horrifying. That's when they don't look like they're holding something, but they're not holding their nail board. That means they're holding the frag. Okay. We had the same thing. We only got 1 mutant to come in this time. Okay, this is a really rough Jefferson. Please, please give me good RNG for the rest of this run game. I beg you. Some crits here would be very appreciated to run through this a little bit faster. Hope that. It didn't draw. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. All right, we're above half, so we're not gonna sleep right here. We're gonna hope we make it a bit further. So I think sleeping. I could be wrong. I think sleeping is what's getting them out at Rivet City. When they're blocking the door, I think sleeping an hour here is what makes them block that. I think it has to do with when the NPCs are out moving. But I could be wrong. Think the centaur's dead. Yeah, there he is. Because I was pretty sure we saw the XP. I try to do enough damage so we can guarantee that it's dead by seeing the XP come up, but sometimes that's not always possible. All right. One of them already threw a grenade. Luckily, it just didn't come near me. I know someone's gonna lead me right here with a grenade. Wow. I got 2 runs today that I didn't get my legs blown off. That's kind of crazy. GDQ, I didn't get blown up, and here I didn't get blown up. That's actually pretty wild. I honestly can't believe that we didn't have that happen on either run. It's so... Game crash. Fuck! God, every time, man. Every time. That sucks because we're going to load all the way back, so that probably screwed the run. Of course, I talk about it going good, and then the run, it crashes like that. It happens. So we're still ahead. We're still good for a top 5 if we can get back in time. Because the run to Rivet City isn't just horrible. Now we'll get blown up. There was the frag. They sure tried. Dear God, the frames are dropping pretty badly too. I don't know what's going on. That was pretty tragic. Oh, there's a grenade. You see how he underhanded that to me though? If he had done that a little bit further down the ramp, he would have got me. Crazy. Alright, so how far... It doesn't say we're super far behind. Oh, it's because we already got the Rivet City skip, though. We've got to do it again. So now we're here with Rivet City. Yeah, we're about 1:21 behind. We've still got about 50 seconds to burn.
Is there a problem?
It does the same thing to Monk after a little bit, too. Mizu, so don't feel too bad. You're not alone. Into that. Alright, we gotta save some time here. Hopefully Taft Tunnels. Knowing that every skip goes smoothly now.
We need to get back to Project.
There are some that help with game stability. You'd be amazed though how little they actually help. because it's a Bethesda game. Oh no, okay, unfortunate. I didn't turn right fast enough. Okay. Because it's a Bethesda game, there's a lot of stability mods that still are not 100% guarantee. So, like Pig said in his run, there are stability mods are about all that are allowed, but it's still only specific ones usually are.
Here we are.
I am pressing everything wrong because it moved it to the top slot. God. Alright, well, I don't think we're gonna get a top 5 off this one, but we'll see. Maybe because the other stuff is more consistent, we'll get lucky. Maybe. That game crash really did us in. Unfortunately, that is something that the playing field cannot be leveled on. If your game crashes, you're kind of just screwed. Not much you can do about that. So, we're gonna hope that we can do it, but no guarantee. If we cannot lose 50 seconds, which means total we need to not mess up 50 stop hops, because each one that messes up I consider about a second loss, and I don't think that's too far off. I'm being honest. He did go around this side. A lot of times he continues around to the back and the left side is actually faster. Not this time. And who knows, maybe we'll make time on some of our splits too. It's unlikely because we have grinded these splits kind of into the ground with how efficient some of them are. So I'm not positive we'll make any ground on anything, but maybe we will. It all kind of depends on just how good we hop. And we're not showing that off very well right now, so you know, I don't have a whole lot of hope. Go ahead and sleep so we get our health back. Not waste any stim packs so I don't have to stop and pick any up later. Alright. Didn't forget it that time. No! Bad run. Bad hops. Bad hops. I love it, but oh, we're maybe gonna make it. We'll see.
There are a few minor repairs.
I will say, Asuka said that she is a huge Fallout fan earlier. I should have encouraged her to go and do the speedrun. Just because, like I said, the community's pretty small. We need people. We need people. I don't feel particularly great about this. Not usually this far over. No! Okay, we're doing good. Actually. That's pretty good. We've got 6 bullets. We're gonna hope that all 6 will hit headshots. Nope. Already messed it up. Ooh, we got a crit though. We got a crit though and saved it. We didn't have to wait for a reload. Oh, crazy. Big crit, too. Okay.
By the authority of the President, this facility is now under United States. I suggest...
It's pretty good, dude. It's pretty good. The bot is incredibly knowledgeable about some stuff, and I'm not sure how.
I'm compiling the data now.
Okay. Taft tunnels. If Taft tunnels go smoothly, I think we're okay.
What is he doing
Oh no.
there?
Okay. Ah! Ah! Okay, we're good. That didn't happen on at GDQ, but it really, as long as we just get her close to the door. All right, we're good. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
James.
Any hiding spots for you? All right.
Don't wander off. We're going to need you.
What did you do? Not so close. Assault.
So you do. Oh, we hit a crit. That's not great for us. She could kill him fast, and we wouldn't get through this skip if she kills him too quickly. We weren't going to beat the iBot that time. Ooh, we took some time. They still came through. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We didn't get to do that, so we wasted some time there. I didn't get my Project Purity skip. I didn't realize that I missed my Project Purity skip, but we did. I usually do it when we enter the tunnels. That's when I consider that segment officially over. So, not great. No, so he has a lurk message. He'll do a customized lurk message when you do exclamation point lurk. Oh, I left it with one bullet in the chamber. That's kind of crazy. Did it too quick. There's Taft tunnels. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very, very close.
Hold her right there, lady. Look.
Okay. Come on.
Sorry I missed your party.
Yeah, me too.
Go, go, go. Oh, no. Okay. The level up jingle is your favorite part of the game. It's pretty nice. It makes you feel inspired. Like the level up feels like it means something in this game as opposed to some other games that I've played where you don't even realize that you did level up. That's always pretty disappointing in an RPG when you don't even realize that you do level up. Come on. Oh, we're trying to go as quickly as we can. We made up some time in Murder Pass, actually. That's kind of crazy. Come on. I'm gonna lose it all because I jumped on that light. Murder Pass to get. Come on. We're gonna be so close to a top 5 run, it's gonna make me physically ill. If we don't get it this time, we may do one more run tonight. Just because I feel like we're kind of grooving. If the game hadn't crashed, we lost probably 30 seconds for that game crash. Didn't jump. Luckily, this one's scripted to come out. My health was getting painfully low there. Good there, and he opened the door for us. Like the nice, courteous gentleman he is. So as soon as we see autosave, right there, we're good. Alright. But as you can see, we didn't level up right away because we are considered in combat. It just keeps them from entering the chamber, like I said at GDQ. So now we just need to not get far enough away from them too quickly. Or quickly enough that they go back to their chamber. Because those were the two that followed us into here in GDQ's stream. They followed us in and then didn't go back in time. Kind of grooving right now, though, through Oh no, we're not lined up. Okay, that's unfortunate. So we wasted some time here with Gek. And he did shoot in here, so we could have the run ender, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about it here, though. Now that's already happened. I hope we don't, because we can't afford another bug. Our time is behind, we can't afford another one. Stay up there. I don't think they're down here. Dude, we kind of grooved through that part, though. Oh, I didn't ping Gek. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I've got to... I just can't lose 20 seconds, which means I just can't die. Hold on. No. I was curious if we could still use our stim packs here. I'm anxious. I'm anxious. I can feel it. The pressure's on.
Yes, sir. I'll have the techs come down and remove it immediately, sir. You're certain she's unharmed? Yes, sir. She'll pass out shortly.
So we say 5 seconds. That's gonna put us
Prepare her for transport immediately.
at sum of best at like 4107, I think. We could save time. Jesus Christ, we could save time in these segments though. So I feel good about that. I'm amazed we lost 20 seconds in between Project Purity or Taft Tunnels though. That seems kind of crazy that we lost 20 seconds there, 20 segments. Jesus Christ.
Mr. President, I have no time for other matters. I'll be with you shortly.
Now, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
My mouse is slowly coming apart. Not the mouse itself, like the like grip tape on the side is slowly coming off.
I do apologize for Colonel Autumn's attitude. He's been under a great deal of stress lately. I've no doubt that you know who I am. I'm sure you've heard my radio broadcasts. I'd like to have a word with you, face.
Come on.
I think there are a few things.
Come on, President Eden.
I should discuss.
We gotta get through here.
You'll find your possessions in the locker near the door. I'll unlock the way for you.
So does anyone remember the actual story of President Eden? I'm pretty sure he was an accident, right?
Please don't carry.
It's an AI that was meant to study all the records, but it decided it was just president now or something like that. Because like when he talks about growing up in Kentucky, that's from Abraham Lincoln is who that's referencing. And he tells a lot of stories that are like combinations of oh look, here's the strength check that we didn't get to do in the speedrun. They're like combinations of a lot of the stories told by the presidents, or told of the presidents. So I'm pretty sure he was just an AI meant to like maintain that knowledge, and then he slowly became what he is now. Which, even if it's not, I believe it because it's very Fallout-esque. I don't know where I would have heard it otherwise. Okay. Punch! Okay, we're good there. I was spamming punch and it just wasn't doing it there for some reason. Oh no, we're getting through it. I guess I shouldn't. Don't skip the tube. I almost did. I almost did. I didn't realize what you were talking about. I almost did. The FPV, yeah. That's wild. The tube. I was like, the tube. And I almost walked off distracted by what you meant by the tube. That's pretty funny. Alright. Get our autosave in. That grenade can actually kill you, by the way. He's distracted. Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Go, go, go! Citadel, Citadel, Citadel! Ah, we're past time, though. 240. How'd we gain a minute right there? That's wild. Damn it. Alright, we could still save it, but it's unlikely. We'll still be on track for a PB, I think. But that sucks. Actually, no. It says our estimated best time is now 44. How'd we lose like a full minute there, though? I don't know what I did there to lose a minute. What? That's pretty wild.
Yes, Father.
Come this way just a little bit, just a little bit. Alright. I might land in... No, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. F8. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Fuck. God, okay, we're just gonna hope it worked. I don't think it did. That's unfortunate. I missed it. Oh, but it landed far enough away from him. Thank God.
Send the pride in. We can do it.
Ah.
Win this.
Damn it. Though he did wake up in time, which
So, you're back.
he may still wake up in time.
There's nothing stopping
It's
us
still
from sending
faster to reload there than it is to let him get that second bit of dialogue.
Send the pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
God, it's such a tight timing there. Alright, he's right beside me, so surely we've got it now. I don't think I grabbed it. I don't know if I grabbed it.
So, you're back.
God, he's just not wanting to talk to me either, though. He's waiting until the last possible second.
There's nothing stopping them from starting the purifier. They'll figure
That's
out
unfortunate. Yeah, that kind of killed our time there.
we can do it. We can win this.
God, yeah, it's okay. That timing is so tight. I did not realize how tight that timing was. Alright, well,
So, you're
he's just taking so long. And so clearly there it did work. We got the XP and it didn't. Well,
There's nothing stopping them.
okay, maybe it did work. Maybe it did work. It's still too close, I think.
Win this.
I mean, I know it's too close. That was even faster than before. Okay. What do I have to do here? Put it in.
So,
If I just run up and talk to it, the deal is he's just not wanting to talk to me. I'm almost able to run all the way out into the middle.
There's nothing
That may have done it.
from starting the purifier. They'll figure out the code of
It's just a few seconds is all it is.
We can win this.
Nope, I want to get the timing right on it. This is just practicing timing at this point. Okay. So, I apologize, but my timing is what's getting us off here.
so, you're back.
I don't think that's it, though. He's just not wanting to talk to me. Normally, if you're right behind the soldier, you're good.
Nothing stopping
But
them
for
from
some
starting the
reason,
purifier. They'll figure out the code.
it's not wanting to do that.
Send the pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
Can you make it work?
Like, even that, well, it was a little bit better because he skipped the dialogue a little bit. But, like, you can see he's... Okay, so he's right there. Talk to me! Why do you wait so long, dude? I've never had him wait that long. Dear God, he got launched that time, though. Alright, that'll be my last attempt. Last attempt at this, and then we'll just let it run. We're gonna try...
So, you're back.
Maybe...
If the iron there's nothing stopping them from starting the purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually. Send the pride in. We can do it. We can win this. Yes, sir.
Yes! Okay, so that got it. That's all we needed. It was just that little bit. He needed to talk to me just a little bit faster. Anyways, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. There you go. We got to see it. That's the dialogue skip you're supposed to get. It's taking the time to grab the Gatling laser that kills our time on that. Alright. Unfortunate, but there we go. We'll go ahead and finish the run now. So we actually ended up with, though I was ahead longer, we actually ended with the worst time because I kept reloading that. But that's fine. That sucks, though. I'll be honest, after we were 244 behind, I don't think we were going to get through a faster segment on this anyway. Not fast enough to drop 30 seconds anyway. I don't know how we gained a whole minute. We must have done Gex slower. We can put it anywhere on this one. Going from dream to nightmare in 2 minutes, yeah, it really is. I mean, that's kind of how it goes, though. I mean, though the strat is consistent now, it still is going to be dependent on just RNG. Jesus Christ, now I can't stop hop either, because it's still, now, the actual run itself, the skips will work every time. It's just RNG at this point. Like, how well you can stop hop will determine whether you're within world record, like, range, and whether the, like, in that case, whether Elder Lions wants to talk to you is going to determine. God, I can't do that. Hopping over that now. Whether Elder Lions wants to talk to you will determine whether you'll get through Citadel easily. Because if he doesn't, boy oh boy, you'll get like what I had there, where he talks too early and then you still gotta listen to the dialogue. Hello? Still gotta listen to the dialogue. So, we'll do, what time is it? Yeah, we'll do one more run tonight, why not? Alright. What's funny is I think I may have tied my time that is currently on the board. We did beat some of our times. Yes, we did. So that puts, it didn't keep it. We were still at 41:12. So why didn't it keep it? Hello? Interesting. It's crazy how my sum of best can be so good, though, and then, like, I can't even get close. We'll hang out and talk for a second before I get into the next one. Mostly because my preview is gone. And I can't see chat anymore over here. There we go, kinda, sorta. Let's move it over here. Yeah. And we can do... Hello? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. We can do this and fix our follower goal while we sit for a second. Is it the blue one? Pink one. Pink one. Auto goal. Yes, but you didn't. You didn't auto goal. Let's see. Yeah, don't really want to. No, we can do 230. Well, that only puts us 8 away. We'll go up to 230. Why not? Start goal. Hey! Wow, it actually has a sound effect. Oh yeah, look, there's my thing in the middle. Y'all get to see it twice because you're seeing it on my screen and the OBS. Alright. I apologize. Give me just a moment. Let me see what that is. Okay. Oh. Yes? Hello? Okay, there we go. That got rid of that. Okay. Sorry. That was the DM for, my stream key for, GDQ. I guess I never accepted the DM. I just copied the stream key and went live. So, alright. You ready for one more run for the night, and then we'll call it good. That all sounds good with everybody else. I, again, tabbed out of my preview. I don't even realize I do it until I get started doing something else, you know? And then I realize it's not there. Alright. FPS counter's still here. Game's on screen. Everything looks like it's going good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. I will post a full list tomorrow. There's gonna be a pretty good list. Brave, for the community day, because Kaiser brought it up again. If you'd like to recommend any games for community day, if you want to see me play anything I wouldn't normally play, or just something you want to see me play, you can join the Discord. There's a little forum, you can put it in there, or you can just suggest it here in chat. Like I said, I've been keeping a list of everything. So, I think Discord only has like one entry in the little forum thing we have, but I do have a list of like 20 or 30 games that were suggested. Probably not 20 or 30, but probably closer to 20. 30 may be a bit of an exaggeration, but we have at least 20, so we won't be able to get through all of them, but we'll get through as many as we can. Okay. How many people are playing? It's just gonna be me. It's like, so basically, community is suggesting games that I don't typically play. And so it'll be just me playing pretty, like, all of these games that I just don't normally play. They like to see me play. Like, Chief is a big fan of Helldivers. That's actually where he got his name, the Deathless, he did a Deathless run in Helldivers. And so I'll be doing a little bit of Helldivers. I'll spend about 30 to 40 minutes on each game. And if we like them, they'll probably make a return at some point in the future. When we do community days, so like Saturdays are gonna kind of be free days, though probably more speedruns than free days. But if it's a game that we really like and we want to see again, it may take a Saturday, and we may do speedruns every other Saturday, or maybe we'll just push it back and I'll drop one of my challenge runs days, and because who needs 3 in a row anyway, right? So, you know, we've got some options. We'll figure everything out kind of as we go. This is the first time I've ever done like a community like, I mean, any kind of community day, so we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty excited for that too. Let's do one more run, see if we can break top 5, see if something can not go wrong for us this time.
There you go.
What's crazy is if that hadn't have gone wrong, I mean, granted, I guess we got Citadel too, but if the game hadn't have crashed, I still think we would have had, we would have been on track for, a number 5 run until Citadel. So maybe I don't need to guide him away. Maybe we just try to revise how we do it there. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I do have some games already installed on Steam. We'll make everything fully decided tomorrow, what I think is going to fit best with the schedule, and mixing up how many games we have from different people. Like, as we have a lot of people suggesting stuff, Coda suggested quite a few games, but that means that we aren't going to get to do all of Coda's, because Monk suggested games, Sack suggested games, Chief suggested games, Kaiser suggested games. It's a good little, you know, it's a good mix of what we've got going on here. And then Pig also wants me to do the well, New Vegas glitchless, which only takes 20 to 30, so we may sneak that in the community day. I've got to learn the run though. Well, it's gonna mostly just be me playing them, Kaiser. We will have a community day for everybody to get in at some point, but I've got to figure out a good game to get everybody in on. That'll kind of be the thing. Tomorrow it's just gonna be games that y'all suggest for me to get in and try. And then we'll have another community day later on this month where we try to get everybody into a game if we can. I haven't fully decided what that is.
As overseer, I
No, not this one. The next one we do will be where everybody gets in.
get used to it.
You're good, Kaiser. You're good.
Your first work assignment tomorrow.
Yeah, the next community day will be one where we try to get everybody in to play together on something.
Happy birthday!
I still think a great one is going to be getting everybody in on 76 at some point.
Hi, honey.
You had or have a job interview. Have.
Like that there Pip-Boy.
Well, hopefully it works out for you.
Birthday, Nosebleed.
Hopefully it works out for you,
Are you having a
Coda.
nice-
Sorry. Just pull a complete blank. I went to say a K name and I almost said Kaiser.
Daddy, I told you not to act all official. I know you were joking, but I'm not. I'm hungry, and that's.
Hi, honey. Having fun?
Yeah, we will have one where we get everybody in. Because Fallout 76 is on Game Pass and you can get Game Pass for $1, I think that would be a good one to get everybody in, though I will be level 1 if we do it.
Thanks. Hey.
I do think it'll be a fun one, though.
No way.
No! Tragic.
Oh, sure, nothing to worry about. Me and Andy got her all fixed up again last night.
Problem is, I don't get to play PC games in my free time, so
What are you doing?
the only time I'll level up on 76 is if I'm streaming. Jesus Christ, that was some. I didn't get any stop hops there. I would say that was bad stop hops, but I didn't even stop hop. So
That's not a toy.
no, I hit the leg. Jesus Christ.